The new season of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days is finally here, and I'm so happy because we have all new fresh faces. We don't have the same people and played out storylines, and I'm really excited about some of these cast members and storylines from this season. We have Forrest and Sheena, and they look like they're gonna have a lot to give us to talk about this season. Forrest kind of reminds me of a mix of a few different 90 Day Fiance cast members. He kind of reminds me of Colt and Paul with his social awkwardness, and he's a mama's boy just like Colt. And he also kind of reminds me of Brandon, who is with Mary, because he has cameras inside his house. He has like a whole smart home, and he allows his girlfriend access to his cameras 24/7, so she's watching him all day and night. She can talk to him whenever she wants through his cameras. For most people, that would be too invasive, but Forrest actually appreciates being watched 24/7 because he lives by himself, so he feels safer in case he was to ever fall and crack his head or get robbed. He likes the fact that Sheena would be watching and she can actually call for help. Forrest is a super square. Not only is he virgin, but the farthest he's ever done with a woman is kiss his mom or grandma. So he's never even kissed a girlfriend. He's probably never even held hands with a girl before. So I know once he gets a little bit of coochie, he's probably gonna go crazy. And he decided he's gonna go to the Philippines and meet his girl Sheena, who claims she's a virgin as well. But he's gonna surprise Sheena by bringing both his parents along for this trip. I don't get it. Why would you want to bring your parents to meet this girl for the first time, especially when you had these big plans to take her to Pound Town and lose your virginities together while you got your parents there? I don't know. I guess Forrest just seems like one of those guys that kind of doesn't do a lot of big life events without his parents along his side, and he's probably scared to travel to another country. This is probably one of the first times he's traveled, so he probably wants his parents to be right there by his side, so they're gonna go with him. But I guess he's got a really close relationship with his parents, especially his mom, because his mom felt comfortable enough taking him to a sex shop to get himself some toys to prepare to lose his virginity to Sheena. If you were just to listen to things from Forrest's point of view and narration, you would have thought that him and Sheena had a picture-perfect relationship. They're both virgins. They both spend all day together, even though they live in completely different countries. They've been together for years. But the mom came along and spilled some tea. So while they're at the sex shop looking for toys for them and outfits for Sheena to wear to lose her virginity to Forrest, the mom was like, well, you know, I just have some concerns. And Forrest was like, well, I just want to let you know that, you know, you think I'm going there for a few days, but I think I'm actually going to stay longer. You know, when you guys go back home, I'm probably going to stay for a few months. And the mom was like, oh, hell no. Especially knowing that he's about to lose his virginity. Once he gets some of that cat, if it's some good cat, he's going to want to be in that all day and all night. He's not going to want to go back home. And the mom was like, I don't think this is a good idea because you've already been screwed over so many times by her family. So I guess Forrest trusted Sheena enough to have a joint account with her, and they saved money together for years. And after 4 years, the whole account was completely wiped out, and Forrest was left with nothing. And I guess Sheena told him, oh, sorry, my parents decided to drain the account. They needed the money. And Forrest was like, okay, well, we can't have this happen again. So finally, he trusts her again. They got another joint account. They saved it up for a few years, and it got wiped out again. And this happened over 3 times with thousands and thousands of dollars. And Forrest is blaming Sheena's parents, but Forrest's mom is not dumb. She's like, I feel like Sheena has something to do with this. I mean, if she's this close with her parents, who's to say that you may not go out there and they may not do the same thing with you when you're right there? I mean, right now, I think they see Forrest as a cash cow. He's sitting here giving the family thousands of dollars. They're able to live off him. I mean, so being near him is going to do nothing but benefit them. Especially with how poor some of the people in the Philippines are. I mean, they could probably have a full-time job just mooching off Forrest. And Forrest just thinks that Sheena is just this little innocent person that has nothing to do with it. I mean, Forrest has got to stop being so naive. I would not be getting no joint bank account until they're married and until you know that it's like protected from her parents. But at this point, with the track record, I would not want to get no joint bank account even if they were to get married the next day. I would not trust it at all, especially if you're someone like Forrest who's living on his own. You got bills to pay. I mean, nobody's going to be there for Forrest at the end of the day but his mom to pick up the pieces. So I understand why his mom doesn't want to see him go through that again. And Sheena should put her foot down to stop this from happening. But I almost feel like they kind of look at Forrest as a leg. But Sheena acts like she's head over heels in love with Forrest, and the mom is not happy that he wants to stay there longer, and she's like, no, you're not gonna do it. And he's like, I really don't give a damn how you feel because I'm an adult now and I can make my own big boy choices. His mom is so upset once he snapped back and stood up for himself. But I am glad that he stood up for himself, you know, because I am scared that Forrest is one of those people that let people walk all over him too much, as we've seen what's been happening with him getting ripped off by his girlfriend's family allegedly. And he's been with this girl for 7 years, has never met her, and I kind of just feel like he's one of those people, like, he's so in love with this girl, he'll make excuses for whatever she does. She could go and take someone's life tomorrow, he'll find an excuse for it. She could go have sex with someone tomorrow, he'll find an excuse for it and say, oh, she tripped and fell on top of his penis. He'll make excuses for whatever she does because he's head over heels in love with her. And I can't even imagine how much worse it's gonna get once he gets that coochie. And I do respect his mom, like, being there with him, like, every step of the way. But going to the sex store with your mama, that's a little too much. I don't think you need to be talking about what's gonna go down in the bedroom or having your mom pick out stuff for the bedroom. I don't know. I feel like maybe the mom could have just gave some tips, like, oh, like, maybe get some lingerie with lace or something. She didn't have to actually be there and pick it out and figure out what's going to be best and get that image in her head. I'm like, okay, that is so inappropriate. Like, you can be there every step of the way, but there also needs to be boundaries put in place. Like, if this is what we're seeing on national TV, then what are you guys talking about behind closed doors? Like, she's probably giving him the whole rundown on what to do when it comes to taking Sheena's virginity or him losing his virginity. She's probably like, yeah, you know, take her to the bedroom, play with her hair, kiss on her, start DJing on the coochie, start dry humping her and stick it in. She's probably giving him the whole play-by-play on what to do. And I'm sure Forrest has been taking notes the whole time. I really like Forrest so far. He's my favorite cast member, I must say. He just seems like so sweet and innocent, like a baby. Like, he'll never do anything to purposely hurt somebody. And I just want the best for him to happen because he seems like he has a good heart. But I'm scared because of all the red flags we've seen so far. It's like watching a plane crash and you see it happening, but there's nothing you can do. That's how I feel watching this all go down. But I feel like he is probably not going to be thinking clearly once he gets some of that coochie. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Do you guys think this relationship sounds like it's legit? I'm curious to meet his girlfriend and see what she has to say. But let me know what you guys think about everything.